So I got my 95 GMC back today. I bought this from a dude out in York, and oh yeah, I forgot. This door doesn't open now. I bought this truck from a guy in York, and it's got like 250,000 miles on it. He said it had a brand new trans with paperwork. I bought it for a little bit more than I would have if it obviously wouldn't have had the new trans in it. 40 miles down the road right after I bought the truck, transmission went out. I had laid under the truck. The transmission is clearly new, you know, rebuilt. They always paint them, or typically paint them when they rebuild them, and this one was new. I called the guy up. He took it back to the shop that fixed it the first time, that put a transmission in it, and apparently there was some gunk left in the cooler, and it made its way into the brand new transmission and grenaded it. So he went ahead and took care of it for me, paid the labor or whatever it took to get the new transmission put in the truck, and I finally got it back. So I've owned this truck for probably 3 weeks, and I've driven it one time, 40 miles, and it ended up on a trailer. So just got it off the trailer again, pulled it up in the driveway. During that 40 miles, I was on the internet buying parts for this thing. So I bought probably $500 worth of parts that are ready to go on. And I actually have some more here in my garage that are going to go on too. But basically today, my main goal is to get on this front bumper. I got a smooth black front bumper, got some aftermarket headlights, just like some black housing headlights, and I think a steering wheel adapter. Yeah, I gotta also figure that door out. That door doesn't open now, and it used to, no problem. The lock cylinder was like out of the truck, so this was like down in the door, but the door itself worked just fine. But right now it feels like, I don't know if it's the actual latch mechanism or it's just the fact that the rod came off the handle, but it is off. So I got to figure out how to get the door panel off just enough to get in there and get the door open so I can work on it and go from there. But first things first, I'm going to make it look nice, because who needs a functional truck when it looks good? Get in the yard. Can't take this guy anywhere. Get in there. God, my fucking yard looks so white trash. Look at this shit.
Now we talking 7 figures, got it from the sacrifices, $250,000 tucked away, finally found the better route. I don't listen to the politics, I'm living better now.
So I got most of the front end off. I still got to pull the bumper, but it looks like they put in a big transmission cooler, which is kind of nice. I think this is actually going to work way better than the factory transmission cooler, which is just in the radiator. You can see where they pulled the hard lines out where they used to be, and where they adapted the hard lines to the rubber lines so they could put in this aftermarket cooler. I think it's pretty big. It's a nice one. So
you gon' have to take L's, you gon' have to fall off, you gon' have to bounce back. Made thousands off. It was booming in the trap. It was brain food for me. That's why I moved so sad, nigga.
So I was really making some headway here, but I got to the little corner markers and realized that I bought headlights for a Silverado, and I think one of two things happened. Either the grill is different on the GMC, or the Chinese corner lights just never work, because I kind of feel like I had this issue on the last truck that I did this on, and I ended up going and buying 4 brand new corner lenses from the parts store. Now I have 2 options. Either I like shave this thing down and try to make it fit, which is going to be kind of sketchy, or I can just tint these black. So I made the decision. I'm just going to throw some nightshades on these for now. They're probably not going to look super great. It'll work for the time being, and then I can spend $12 and order new ones. I want to throw that on too, so we'll see. I put that on an old 454 TBI that I had, and it made it run like total dog shit. We'll see if this is any better. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I do like the way it looks. Hopefully it works. Well, that thing went on better than I thought. The problem I ran into last time was I put this on the 454, and it must have just had some type of injection problem to begin with, because after I put this on, if I drive it down the road and then blip the throttle, it would fall on its face for a second and then pick back up in the RPM. Doesn't seem like I have any issues with that this time. I won't really know until I drive it, but I did start it and rev it up. Throttle response is really good. It sounds good. I think it should work, which is nice because I paid like 75 bucks for that filter. So as far as this stuff goes, got the bumper on, got the little valence thing that separates the grill from the bumper. That's kind of a filler panel. Got that deal in. I got these lights in the grill. So basically now I'm just waiting on the little corner lights to dry. Once those dry, I can toss those in. Hopefully they go in, like I said, and if they do, hopefully they look decent enough that I don't look like a clown driving this thing around. So yeah. And then from there, I need to raise up the back a little bit. There's a drop shackle in here. It's set at the highest setting, which is the lowest suspension setting. I'm going to raise that up so that the back comes up probably an inch or an inch and a half. It'll just make it ride better, actually look better. It's a little higher in the front. I think that looks goofy. So going to fix that. I have a set of Krager Soft 8 15x8s that are going on this thing. And I think I want to peel the chrome off of that. And really that's kind of it for now.